Ok, estamos acabando aqui já, né? O jogo, no caso. Provavelmente vai ser minha despedida de Lake, né? Eu duvido que eles lancem outra atualização, né? Essa atualização, essa DLC já depois de tanto tempo já é surpreendente, na minha opinião. Mas isso tem se tornado algo mais comum, né, cara? Que eu tenho percebido. Não sei se antes eu só não reparava, mas... Eu não jogava tanto também, né? Dito isso, tem outros jogos que fizeram isso antes também, né? Que eu joguei. Eu não sei. É porque eu tô sentindo que os jogos agora estão trazendo DLCs, assim, conteúdos mais maiores, assim, né? Com distâncias maiores do lançamento. Eu não achava tão comum antes. Por exemplo, se você for pegar a DLC de Cyberpunk, talvez esse ano que eu ia jogar, eu comprei, ainda não joguei, talvez eu jogue até fevereiro do ano que vem. E quando mais. Caralho, que isso? Nossa, até desconcentrei aqui. Teve Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, eles anunciaram DLC, mas ainda não tem nem data, então vai ser 2 anos do jogo lançado no mínimo. É, por assim vai, tem outros jogos, né? Com conteúdos, o Tales of Iron, no dia que eu tô jogando isso, saiu uma atualização pra ele que eu acho que eu vou jogar. Tenho quase certeza que eu vou jogar. É
McGill's got such a great price on this house when the Sugarmans moved away.
uma casinha bonita. É... E, sei lá, Spirit Fair, na época que eu jogava, saía atualização durante muito tempo. E essa tá saindo mais de um ano depois, né? Eu acho que é meio comum, né? David the Dive, eu acho que vai ser outro jogo que vai sair conteúdo durante um bom tempo. É interessante ver isso, não sei. É algo que me parecia um pouco estranho antes. Tipo, eu via com coisa saindo, sei lá, no máximo depois de um ano e meio. Eu acho que Lake ainda tá nesse um ano e meio, né? Eu acho, não lembro quando exatamente ele saiu, não. Você só tá filmando aqui?
Okay, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Okay, let's get this in one. I'm freezing my ass off. When Chekhov saw the long winter, he saw a winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life. In the summer months, this lake is bustling with activity. As the local fishermen cast their rods, the tourists plunk down hard-earned cash to rent a boat and spend a delightful sun-soaked day on the water. Not so during this particularly harsh winter, however. Now the watery heart of Providence Oaks finds itself completely frozen over. No, that won't do as an analogy, because now we're sort of implying the residents have grown cold-hearted during the winter. Doesn't work, doesn't scan.
Yeah. And what was with that Chekhov stuff?
I don't get it. Chekhov? Like from Star Trek?
All right, all right. Let's try something else. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. How's it going?
Oh, don't mind me. I wouldn't want to interrupt.
Hey, listen, how about I ask you a couple of questions on camera? Just simple stuff about the town.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Great. Just move over here. Are we both in the shot?
Yeah, that's fine.
This'll be great. The lake as a backdrop. Perfect. Let's go. All right. This is...
His name is Thomas Weiss.
I knew that. Thomas and I go way back. As the local mailman for truly countless years, Thomas Weiss knows Providence Oaks like he knows the back of his own hand. So, Mr. Weiss, how would you characterize this small, cold town and its warm inhabitants?
That's easy, Connor. Whether you're new in town or have lived here for ages, what's clear is this. This gorgeous little lake town of ours cannot be summed up in a single soundbite. But one thing's for certain. When the low winter sun hits that shimmering water just right, you realize this is the most beautiful place imaginable. And wherever you are, or whatever you face, this is home.
And cut. Ah, that's so sweet, Thomas Weiss. Completely unusable, but sweet. I know I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, that went well, kind of. Now, let's scout out the establishing shots at the far end of the pier. Let's go, Connor.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Gabe, you can take 5. My advice would be to take those 5 in the van, to reduce the risk of any further ass freezing off incidents.
Noted. Thanks, Elsa.
Pô, inutilizável é sacanagem vocês também, hein? Puta que pariu, tá bom.
Mr. Weiss. Thomas, sir.
Hi, Gabriel. What's up?
Just that, well, we'll be ringing in the new year right here in Providence Oaks. So, my mom is shipping over my tuxedo. Can you make sure it arrives okay? She says she clearly marked the package Serrano Room 2.
Oh, of course. Mailman's promise. Any particular reason you want to look your best for New Year's?
Yeah, maybe. There is something else I wanted to ask you about. I guess I'm curious. How did you, like, woo your wife?
Caraca, tá aí uma questão, né? Sei lá.
It's pretty simple and cliched. She's my high school sweetheart. I took her to the fairy tale dance. We snuck off to smooch under the bleachers, and the rest is ancient history. But I'm guessing that doesn't help you with what you really want to know. You want to know if you have a shot with Ilsa.
Shh, keep it down! Don't mention her name. But yeah, terrible at that kind of stuff. It's just, you seem like a wise man, Weiss man. I'd really appreciate your advice.
Well, okay then. My advice is to think about how things felt last night. Let that guide your decision. It might sound corny, but you can't go wrong following your heart.
Wow. And is that your definitive judgment?
Definitive judgment sounds a little heavy-handed, but basically, yeah.
All done. Hey, what are you two schmoozing about?
Caralho, Nossa, eu queria muito ver a resposta disso, tipo...
A mailman never tells.
Excellent. Now start the engine, Gabriel. We're rolling out pronto. Man alive, it's cold today.
On it, Mr. Price. Thanks, Thomas. You've been a huge help. So, take good care of that tux, yeah?
Will do. Bye, folks.
Então tá bom, né? Chega lá, algo lá no restaurante, ok. Perfeito. Motorista nato, né?
Part and parcel.
Olha quem tá ali.
Hi there, ladies.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
Got a delivery for the diner, Kay?
Great. Not from the general store, I see.
You tell me. All the information I usually need is on the address label.
Oh well. Okay, so before I leave, we had this awesome girls' night yesterday thanks to Beth. It was hilarious. When I first saw where we were going, my brain went, oh my god. And when the guy showed us what we were going to do, my brain went, oh my god. And when we started, it was so yuck, but also so cool, you know? I've never done anything like that before, and I love that I got a chance to find out. But then again, I doubt that I will ever try it again.
Ah, yes, the girls' night.
Ah, é.
Well, whatever happens on girls' night and all that.
Well, it's not exactly a secret. We made haggis.
Ah, o quê?
You made whatus?
I said haggis. It's a Scottish dish made from a sheep's liver, lungs, heart, and suet, all stuffed into a sheep's stomach. It's this fascinating traditional gourmet staple stemming from the 15th century, would you believe? Poems have been written about it.
Comeria.
Meat on top of meat? Sign me up.
I have some leftover from last night, if you're interested.
Então,
It was so gross. I'll have nightmares about zombie sheep for weeks. Bleh. Okay, hate to leave you two, but I really have to sort out this delivery ASAP. Maureen will go bananas. Talk soon. Thanks again for the great evening, Beth.
Bye.
Bye, Kay. Well, now, I really should get back to the grind as well. Those New Year's price reductions aren't going to fix themselves.
nossa, eu não sei nem o que ele quer dizer com isso. Vamos lá, mas eu não sei o que ele quer dizer.
Wait up, Beth. I want to talk to you about something.
Oh? What's on your mind?
Ah, ué.
It's about Saturday and the whole parcel situation.
I told you I simply wanted to get that parcel out to Daniel as soon as possible, since we didn't get to exchange gifts over Christmas this year. It's nothing, really. Now, if that's all, I really need to get back to the bookstore.
I don't mean to pry. I just want to make sure everything's good.
What do you mean?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong?
Okay, you've got me. Can we sit down here for a bit?
Tô curioso.
Heavens, I do feel a bit caught out. But I have to admit, it does warm my heart to know that I cannot fool my friends.
Ah, não tem neto nem
Out with
nada.
it, Beth. You see, it's my eyes, Thomas. I have glaucoma, which means my optic nerve is deteriorating. I found out a few months ago.
Oh my gosh, Beth. That's terrible.
Thank you. It was a bit of a shock at first. I haven't told Emily yet. Daniel knows. It's not that bad yet, but it's not getting any better either. The thing is, this kind of condition happens slowly. And I haven't been the fastest in getting it treated, but they can stabilize it. That's why I wasn't able to fix the parcel on my own last Saturday. And that's why I'm starting to miss a few details here and there when I'm in the store. Or asking for peas instead of beans at Christmas dinner with all of my friends of all places.
I had no idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
It's sweet of you, but there is no need to treat me any differently. I've been going about my business as usual, first and foremost, because the deterioration is so gradual. Until I couldn't really do the little things anymore. Things like reading small print are getting difficult, which was a painful thing to accept at first. Working in the bookstore is starting to give me more issues than I'd like. Getting older. It's a strange thing, isn't it? It's like that Robert Frost poem. The afternoon knows what the morning never suspected. Doesn't mean I wouldn't mind taking a little nap in between from time to time, though.
Is this why you're really leaving for Georgia? I mean, will you be able to take care of yourself in the long run?
It is a big part of why I'm leaving, yes. But at the same time, it isn't.
How's that?
What I'm trying to say is, when you really look at it, in the end, it's not all bad. You see, every limit is a beginning as well as an ending, as T.S. Eliot puts it. For me, there's really no use dwelling too much on that limit. I can't change it anymore at this point anyway. But I do have a choice in how to deal with it. Plus, Georgia has a lot to offer: museums, social clubs, and most importantly, my family. If you look at it like that, getting older may still feel like a cursed time, surely, but I also see each new year as a gift. An opportunity to start new adventures, explore, and have more fun. You can't take something like that for granted.
I like that mindset.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
Hey, I'd make a pretty poor friend if I didn't.
Well, I guess I really should be going now. Thank you once again, Thomas. I do feel better now that it's out. You're a good friend.
Anytime, Beth. Bye now.
Ok. Eu sempre tem que ser desse lado, né? Carai. Vamos entregar o que falta, né? É. Ah, não é, nem é aqui, é ali, ó. É a casa da velhinha.
Oh, Thomas, hello there. Could you be a sweetheart and bring that over to me?
Of course.
Oh, careful now. Robert cleared most of the snow, but it's still a bit slippery. Thank you so much.
O gatinho.
If only I still had the balance and agility of my feline friends. Oh, and good day to you, of course.
Good day to you too, Mildred. And Genevieve.
Thomas, honestly, this isn't Genevieve. It's Mortimer. They look nothing alike. Isn't that right, Mortimer?
Oh, pardon me, I can't quite keep track of all your cats.
Well, I do have a lot of them, but not quite as many as there are streets in Providence Oaks, and you can keep those apart. So, what do you have for me today, Thomas?
Just a letter.
Let's see. This sounds interesting. Apparently, I need to make a few copies of this letter, and if you send this letter along with $5 to the first 6 people on this list, your name will be added to the bottom. Soon enough, your name will rise to the top. Then many people will send you $5. You will earn lots of money with one small investment. Oh, what a great idea! What do you think, Mortimer?
Ah, que esquema de pirâmide, né?
Mildred, that's a classic chain letter scam. Don't fall for it. No one ever got rich off of one of those. Well, except for the post office.
Are you sure, Thomas? They make it sound so easy.
Trust me on this, Mildred. If you've seen one pyramid scheme, you've seen them all.
$30 is quite a bit of money. I'll think about it.
You do that, Mildred. See you at Moe's tomorrow night?
Probably. Bye, dear.
Que tá... A câmera tá vindo pra ali, né? Não sei. Ô, carai, você consegue passar não? Você já tá do lado, já tá passando. Importável. Aprender para de ser trouxa. Eu, hein? É a última, né?
That's it for today. Back to the post office.
Hey, Thomas, have you seen Jack?
Nope, I haven't, Frank. How did it go with Morgan?
Didn't happen, yet. But I need Jack to pull it off. I'm a sitting duck right now. I'm toast if Morgan suddenly shows up.
Yikes. Maybe I can help out?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Sorry for interrupting your conversation. Mr. Coleman, I see you've managed to be present at the job position you're currently holding. I think it's time you and I had a little chat inside the office.
Mr. Morgan, it's so good to see you again.
Cadê
Little
calmo?
chat sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid there's an extremely urgent parcel I have to deliver right now. So stay put, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
You can stay right here, Frank. I'm sure Mr. Weiss would be happy to deliver that package for you. Right, Thomas?
vamos conversar que nem adulto, né? Isso aqui não vai resolver, né?
I've got a better idea. Let's just go to Moe's, have a few beers, and talk it all over like adults.
Excuse me, sir? Hi. Hello. I heard you were looking for a guy in a light blue shirt with a mustache to purchase illegal fireworks in the parking lot of the post office? Well, you found him.
Illegal fireworks? Who do you think I am?
Sir, you don't have to keep your guard up. Frank and Thomas here both know me very well, and I'm sure they won't tell a soul about what you're doing right now. So, what will it be? I've got rockets, Roman candles, fountains, sparklers. I even have barrages that'll give you a fireworks extravaganza that you won't ever forget.
I think there must be a misunderstanding here. Please, don't put Mr. Morgan in this position. If people walk by and see this, they might snitch on him and get him into trouble. He could even lose his job over this.
Que? Nem entendi essa primeira frase. Vou na
I
segunda que
don't
eu não
think
entendi a
Mr. Morgan
primeira.
is interested in buying fireworks, to be honest.
I'll tell you what will happen now. I'm going to get in my car, start the engine, drive home, and pretend I did not just spend 3 days in Providence Oaks for absolutely nothing.
Sir, if you take a left at the deer statue, you'll eventually pass my barn, and I can fill your trunk there in just 1 minute. Do you have cash on hand?
Gentlemen, I'll be back next year. Frank Coleman, your luck will run out one day.
I wouldn't bet on it. Tally-ho, Morgan.
Great job, fellas. Morgan will be cursing all the way home.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Thanks, guys. I owe you one.
Ok.
Hello?
Evening, Thomas. It's Maureen.
Oh, hi, Maureen. If you're looking for Emily, she's at the motel right now.
I was actually looking for you, Thomas. I don't know what to do with this Nancy situation. I get so worked up just thinking about it. And that usually gets in the way of doing the right thing, you know? I need to talk to someone who's a bit more emotionally detached from the situation.
How can I help you, Maureen?
Simply put, I don't know if I should give in to that Nancy Carlisle and her overpriced snacks, or tell that woman to take a hike. But then we'll end up with a lackluster New Year's Eve party.
A party is about having a good time with people you like. Who cares if the snacks aren't great?
That's what I'd like to think as well. But I just don't like to disappoint people.
People should be glad you're throwing a party at all. They can leave if they don't like it.
I think you're onto something there, Thomas. I'm not yet totally sure what I'm gonna do, but at least my mind's at ease now. Thanks for lending me your ear and advice. You're a doll.
You're welcome, Maureen. Take it easy.
Ok. Ah, vamos assistir TV de novo.
I hate to admit it, Klaus, but if it wasn't for you, I would have been a goner.
Ha! You can't say that about the other guy.
You betcha! You made a mess, man. Blood and guts everywhere.
It's not the first time I made Schweinbraten without cooking. Haha!
Ok.
Good morning, P.O. I'm starting today with the weather forecast. It will be bright and beautiful. Which brings us to the last PO positive or pet peeve of the year. It's one from yours truly, who'd like to end 1985 on a positive note.
PO positive or pet peeve?
We all know PO is the best place to live. And it's of course all because of the people living here. And by people, I mean most of the people. The majority. More than half in any case. So, thank you for that. And let's keep it up. I've got a feeling 1986 will be a special year, and I can't wait for it to roll on. Stay safe out there today and tonight. Have a good one. Cheers.
Aí no Cheers, esse cara que já tinha acabado ali. É, começou a tocar música, né?
And yet another satisfied customer.
Deu uma leve batidinha, né? Ah, botou o óculos.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
Ué. Ah tá, tem um no final da rua aqui, tá. É bastante coisa pra entregar, né? Mais uma pra cá.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's bills.
Quase bati com tudo. Quer dizer, com tudo é exagero, né? Ah, quase bati.
There we go.
Ela vai ter um lá embaixo. Mas hoje é o último dia do jogo, né? Eu acho. Estamos no finalzinho já. Outro pacote pra cá, ok.
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
É, eu duvido um pouco.
Thomas, it's good to see you. Thanks again for the little chat we had yesterday evening.
Don't mention it, Maureen. Was glad to help.
I think I've made the right decision. But I guess some situations don't have a perfect solution. You'll find out tonight, Thomas. We'll have a grand old time regardless.
Justo. Chegar ali na fazenda. O que tá fazendo aqui? A pessoa bateu o carro ali, sei lá. Tô agarrado. E a van tá aqui?
Oh, hey, Thomas. We're about to do a little interview, but you're welcome to listen in. Mr. Price, you know Thomas Weiss, don't you?
Sure do. You're resident mailman, am I right? Good to see you, man.
Hi, guys. Don't mind me. I'll just be a fly on the wall here.
That was Open Sky by Velvet Moon, one of my favorites. Folks, we have a special treat for you today, because I have a guest here at the Reynolds studio. You know that happens from time to time, but today it's a bona fide big shot. None other than KNW6's own newsman extraordinaire, Mr. Connor Price.
Thanks for having me, Jack. Always nice to talk to a fellow broadcaster. So, how long have you been doing this local show?
Coming up on our 10th anniversary, Mr. Price. But you've been at KNW6 for longer than that, no?
Yeah, it's been... Gosh, can you believe I started there way back in '66? As a segment producer on Portland Rise and Shine. Still remember the title of my first item, too. Is Poplin Still Poppin'?
That's a great title. And yet, this is the first time you've come to Providence Oaks.
First time staying a while, at any rate. So, Mr. Reynolds, how would you describe this town?
Well, I'd say it's a... Hey, wait a minute. Who's interviewing who here? I'll ask the questions, thank you very much.
Apologies, my friend. Just can't help myself. Always chasing the story, me. It's the commitment I've made to our viewers. The price guarantee.
So, what stories are you chasing here in P.O.?
Oh, you know, just trying to capture the old couleur locale. I must say, the people here are very friendly, and I hope the feeling's mutual. Right, Thomas? That's Thomas the mailman over there. But never mind, he's not mic'd.
Yes, and no, I'm not.
You don't say. Because we happen to have a little section called P.O. Positive or Pet Peeve. You might have heard of it?
Can't say I have, but I do like the alliteration.
Well, Lucinda Boyle called in a pet peeve yesterday, saying you were quite rude to her when she asked you for an autograph.
Well, I'm sure that was a misunderstanding. See, I must have been on a really tight schedule, because otherwise I'd do anything for a fan. That's...
The price guarantee, right? Sure. Anyway, we'll be back with Connor Price, KNW 6-star reporter, right after this.
What the hell, Jack? Ambushing me like that live on air?
Relax, just joshing you a little. But I'll let you plug the heck out of this Oregon Trail thing you're filming. How's that? We'll make sure everyone in town fully cooperates with your crew in the home stretch.
Well, speaking of the home stretch, I better get back to my job as a serious broadcaster. It's been real, pal. Can you believe this guy? Sheesh.
Don't take it personally, Mr. Price. Jack's a swell guy.
That's the thanks I get for stopping by amateur hour.
Caralho. Babaca.
Sorry you had to witness that, Thomas. Made for good radio, though, while it lasted anyway. I'll see you at Moe's tonight, yeah? You don't want to miss what Frank's been cooking up.
Can't wait. See you there.
Ó, muito babaca, mané. Eu entreguei a carta já? Já. Onde mais que eu tenho que entregar? Aqui. O menino enjoado, né? Aqui, a van já tá aqui já, caraca.
I should have a new booking system ready in a few weeks.
Tá. O que eu faço com isso não? É pra alguém? Ah, o smoke do menino, né? Esqueci.
P.O. Tuxedo Service. He's not in. I should probably leave it with Ilsa then. Room 9.
Eu deixar com ela porque ela vai cuidar. Mas talvez fosse uma surpresa. Mas dito isso, eu já conversei, já comentei na frente dele sobre o smoking, né? Então não seria uma surpresa. Imagina, eles estão aqui. Dois se pegando.
Please accept this delivery for room number 2.
Hi, Thomas. Oh, is that Gabriel's tux?
Signed, sealed, delivered. That's the Weiss guarantee.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thanks.
Right then, I'll...
I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh, ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh, yeah.
Well...
Great. So... See you tonight at the diner. Oh, and thank you.
My pleasure, Ilsa.
Caraca, antes de eu falar. Dito isso, eu também demorei pra caramba pra falar, né? Tá, voltar ao correio. Vamos logo pra festa de ano novo, né? Ah, que bonitas montanhas lá atrás.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's the Weiss family again. We wanted to wish you a happy new year before we're going to Moe's.
Hey, thanks. We've got a little over an hour left here before it's 1986.
You'll watch out for those fireworks, won't you? They're so unpredictable.
I will. I'll probably stay inside anyways.
We've got 4 more hours to go, but Happy New Year! I'd rather be early than late. Are you going anywhere to celebrate?
Thanks, Dad. We're all a bit drained after making the deadline. Some guys from the office were going to do a ER Kung Fu tournament, but I didn't feel like it.
A kung fu tournament? On New Year's Eve?
Yes, Mom, it's a video game. But Tess and I are gonna watch Trading Places instead at my place. I think that New Year's Eve is overrated anyway. People seem to think it must be the best night of the year, but all you usually get is a lot of drama and a solid hangover. My New Year's resolution was not to make a big deal out of New Year's Eve anymore. And it looks like I'm not gonna break it. But don't let that ruin your evening.
Não vai.
It won't. We'll have a good old party and start the new year with a bang. And that hangover will clear up in no time with a New Year's Day walk in the snow.
Shall I remind you of this when you're curled up on the couch under a blanket? Sorry, Meredith. Your father's memory needs a little grease between the hinges.
Like starting the car in time before going to Moe's?
Bingo!
Okay, guys, I won't hold you up. Have a great evening, and a Happy New Year. Love you.
Fofas, muito fofas.
My beautiful people, may I have your attention for half a minute? First of all, welcome to Moe's. We're excited to celebrate the last few moments of 1985 together with you. It was quite an undertaking to host this New Year's Eve party at the last minute. So if you feel like the snack situation isn't up to standard, you're right. But we do have enough tater tots, french fries, potato wedges, and potato pancakes to feed the entire village. Thank you so much for that, Jack. And thank you all for coming. Cheers to a great evening.
Well, if it isn't my favorite KNW6 news team.
In the flesh.
Hi, Thomas.
Pra meter essa aqui é foda, né?
Nice tuxedo, Gabriel.
Thank you. And thanks for making sure I got it. I put it on right after I got out of that shower.
He toweled off first. Don't worry.
There we go. Champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends.
Hello, Mr. Price. So, is the segment on Providence Oaks in the can yet?
Almost, my friend. Still have to shoot the countdown to the new year. Hopefully that gives us the ending we need. I've been promised a spectacle.
Easy on the alcohol there, Connor. We still need you on camera. Can't have you slurring your words.
Slurring my words? Whatever do you mean, Ilsa?
Quit fooling, you guys. It's getting close to midnight. Let's set up and get ready.
Showtime. Okay, getting into character. See you on the flip side, mailman.
Hi, honey. There goes that Connor Price. Would you believe the motel had to custom order a blow dryer just for him? He did
Acredito.
generously, though. Oh, is that Beth sitting over there? Let's join her. Good evening, my dearest of friends. Almost time for Auld Lang Syne, eh? Did you know that Auld Lang Syne was written down by Robert Burns in the 18th century? And that he based it on an old Scottish folk song? He wrote it to a different melody than the one we sing today, but I have to say, I do like this version. And it's often sung after a special dinner where haggis is served. Would you believe?
Honestly, Beth, I don't know how we'll get by without these fascinating facts when you're gone.
Well, I will still be selling sets of encyclopedias at the store for a few more months if you need them. I'll cut you a nice deal.
Only if you'll help load them into my truck.
All joking aside, my friends, now that a new year is upon us, I feel a moment of thanks is in place. I know I've kept my situation from you for a while, but now that it's out in the open, I honestly don't know why I didn't share it with you sooner. Pride, I suppose. But I feel so much better now. So thank you, my friends.
That's what we're here for.
Glad we could be there for you, Beth. And thank you for opening us to it. We'll always be there for you. But you have to let us in first.
I hope you'll remember that when you're in Georgia.
Definitely. In fact, it's my new resolution for 1986. Along with letting go and seeing where life takes me. What about you, Emily? Any resolutions?
Well, less work and more fun, I suppose. Now that this guy Matt is joining the motel, I am looking forward to a bit more quality time. What about you, honey?
Another year with you is all I could ever hope for, dear.
Oh, I love you too, Big Bear.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Well, whatever the future brings, this old acquaintance here will be hard-pressed to ever forget you two.
And we'll be sure to bring ourselves to mind.
We sure will. We'll stay in touch. And like you said at Christmas dinner, even if the reasons for change are sometimes out of our hands, let's focus on the new beginnings that come along with them.
And what better time for new beginnings than New Year's Eve?
Attention, folks! It's showtime! If you want to see the biggest fireworks show west of the Rocky Mountains, you better be standing outside in about 10 minutes.
That's my cue. From a little spark may burst a flame, as Dante once put it. But I need to visit the ladies' room first, or I'll turn into a pumpkin. See you outside.
Isn't she marvelous? I'm so happy for her, but I am going to miss Bethany.
So will I. But she'll still be around for a while, so it won't be too abrupt.
It makes me feel a bit melancholic. Even more than I usually am on New Year's Eve. This odd feeling of looking back and forward at the same time, and now I'm doing that over a much longer period than just the coming and going of the year.
I know what you mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like to take my time and reminisce about all the things that happened.
Oh, yes. We should appreciate what we have a bit more, and don't just let life pass us by without noticing. So let's enjoy the here and now. Our wise and beautiful daughter just taught us not to demand that this should be the best evening of the year. But we're allowed to try it, right? So this is where my speech ends, my dear husband. And now I need a glass of champagne.
I'll drink to that, and to you, and all the good things the new year will bring us. Maureen, I need champagne. For me and my beautiful wife.
You got it, sir. Just grab your glasses and join me in the bottle outside. It's less than a minute now.
20 seconds on go, Mr. Price. Go.
And so, 1985 draws to a close. With mere seconds left in the year, I've been told this little lake town will strive to end 85 with a bang. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Holy Toledo! Ilsa, are we getting this?
Somebody check on Frank!
Meu Deus.
That sure sounds like a delicious eggnog recipe.
Hurry up, dear. It's coming up next.
Yes, don't get too excited now. It's just a preview, remember?
And now, a man with a very special New Year's resolution. And he's going to tell us all about it. Isn't that right, Sybil?
Absolutely, Bob. It's none other than our roving reporter, Connor Price. Connor, my dear, where in blazes are you?
Well, Sybil, I'm in beautiful Providence Oaks, wishing you and Bob and our viewers a joyful 1986. And as for my New Year's resolution, Bob, Why, it's my very special price guarantee to all of you that I will be sharing gripping tales and intimate portraits from all over Oregon in an all-new series of special reports on small-town America. Part 1 will air tonight at 8, right here on KNW 6. And it will be all about the gorgeous little lake town where I was fortunate enough to spend the waning days of 1985. Here, let's take a look at an exclusive sneak peek. Providence Oaks, an idyllic town by a lake just south of Melville. It's where this reporter counted down to 1986. And although, unfortunately, the fireworks started a little early, so we didn't quite manage to catch them on tape, take it from me, it was quite the spectacle, courtesy of postal worker Frank Coleman.
Just a faulty batch of leftover 4th of July material, I guess. Not mine, anyway. No siree. But I'm all right, folks. Really, everyone can stop calling me at home. I'm A-OK.
And perhaps that encapsulates the true nature of Providence Oaks, or P.O., as it's called by those who know and love it. It's a town where even when things don't go as planned, folks will be all right and A-OK.
It's just, you know, we help each other out. And there's nothing we can't fix.
A town where first impressions can be deceiving.
This town may look sleepy from the outside, but trust me, there's always so much stuff to do and take care of. Ugh.
A town where generations have grown up.
It's a great place to raise kids, and also a great place to have been raised as a kid. Myself, I mean. Back when I was a kid, being raised here. Was that okay?
No. A town where patience is still a virtue.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if this is where I'll find what I'm looking for. But I do know I can keep looking here for as long as I want, and that feels great.
A town full of unique individuals that, deep down, have more in common than you'd think.
The average Providence Okian probably doesn't exist. We do tend to keep to ourselves until someone needs us. Then we show up. Always.
A town you can't help but love.
You know, I just think it's the best place in the whole wide world. Sue me.
And where everyone has a story to tell.
To me, it's all about the people. Because...
Yes, well, leave it to the mailman to say it best.
This is home.
Indeed. Providence Oaks, like so many other places in our great state of Oregon, is a small town with a big heart. This is Connor Price, KNW 6, P.O.
Uau, legal, legal. Foi uma boa DLCzinha. Um clima natalino. Gostoso. Obrigado a você por jogar. Obrigado por vocês por fazerem esse jogo, né? E por me darem a chave. E foi isso. Lake clássico. Só pra dar uma olhadinha, que legal. Muito bonito, muito bonito. Gostei, gostei. Foi gostosinho. E agora com isso me despeço de Lake. Muito provavelmente.